Hello, how's it going? Hello, hello. Laura, you are officially first. Welcome in. I hope everyone's having a good day. It is Friday. I am actually off today, even though I normally wouldn't be. But I thought we'd go live a little bit earlier because I want to do some big work on here because there are things I want to plan and things I want to get done and I need to lock in. And I couldn't stream this week because I was having fun time with friends. Um, we're down and staying over at my house. Oh, here we go. Not funny. Didn't laugh. Thank you very much for 28 months. Holy shit. My goodness. My goodness. Let me have a quick sip on my mind too. Yeah, so I'm going to be fleshing out a bit of my D&D world today because what I'm working towards is having this one setting that is for everything. Any one shots, any campaigns, any adventures, all take place within this world. Not friends, but they were cool and awesome. Now they're a bit boring, to be honest. They're a bit lame. Glad they're gone now. But yeah, so I wanted to flesh out and build this up more. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I wanted to work on the gods, pantheons, and saints of the world because I haven't really done much with it. Like, no one in my current campaign that I'm running in this setting is playing a cleric or is overtly religious. So I thought I would do some focus on that. So you know, let's pretty much jump into it. So currently, I'm starting on this page because this is currently the document. Let me also minimize this because I don't want to show those. You don't need to see that. But yeah, this is currently the documentation of what I've got for everything. So I can't really zoom in too much, but I thought I'd say on this page just to show how much I'm doing. A lot of this is Monster Manual that I've imported. So just get a little sneak peek into how I organize my files. In a way, I think I've done quite nicely. So because I like things in a particular order. I also need to import more of D&D Beyond on here because what I want to do is I want to completely rely on this for my documentation rather than like having to use D&D Beyond. Even though like I can use D&D Beyond for like anything, I want to be able to use this more. So is chat above my ears? I think it might be. I think it might be. It is. Let's put that there. It should be behind me. Wait, what? I didn't want chat in there. I want chat there. Nope. Okay. That's fine. There we go. I got there in the end. So yeah, I do want to put more in here. What's that? Ancient Green Dragon. I don't know why that's the only one that's marked blue. Why are you marked blue? Okay, I'll go fix that later because for some reason, so I've got like color codes of like what things are, and I haven't gone through and probably set them up yet. But for some reason, a green dragon is a POI. I will need to fix that. So yeah, that's the end version. I can delete that. I don't actually need that in here. Yeah. Yeah, we had our session 3 for my main campaign group, and that was quite fun. It was more of like a one shot that was taking place inside the world as a little like dungeon crawl that I thought was quite fun. I could probably refine it and then post it. I think maybe put that on VGen or something. But I think it was decent for the most part. There's probably a lot of things I would change. I would probably get rid of the rainbow door they did at the end, which meant they had to have like a billion crystals to do it. So yeah, that's probably what I would change. I'd probably change a lot of it, but like for the most part, it's actually quite decent. Yeah. Anyway, let's start with a new page, shall we? So I'm not going to work on the Draconic Pantheon at the moment. We also have patrons and entities here. Again, I'm not going to do any of those. What I also do want in here actually is I want a new folder which is going to be Saints because let me do that because Saints aren't gods by any means, but I think if we compare it's probably not the perfect example, but I can't remember his name. But in Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls in general, but in Skyrim there's the statue of the guy who ascended to a god. And there's the debate whether he is a god. That's kind of what I'm going for with saints. They are people who are of divine power, and essentially could be compared to a god, but they're just someone with a lot of power. And after they died, they've not so much their spirits still exist to provide things for people. So they could even like be counted as like a patron in a sense. But I think saints are divertly different from patrons because they have religious connotation, whereas patrons are just powerful beings. Like in D&D, you could technically, by definition, just have a powerful wizard be your patron. So that's what we're going to work off of. There is a Pantheon I want to work on. In fact, I'm going to quickly rename this one to A2 because I think it is most important for us to have A1. Wait, what? A1 misc. Okay, I don't know why they wouldn't let me put a dot at the end, but whatever. These are going to be the miscellaneous gods. Things that are not so much in a pantheon and rather standalone-ish. Which I think I'm going to build out from for the most part, starting here. No, I want to minimize the folder. There we go. Because I can organize them into pantheons afterwards. There was one I was speaking to with Gonzo yesterday because me and Gonzo also played like a one-on-one like adventure. I've got this set that's like a dungeon generator with cards. Now, for the most part, you're probably more so meant to use them to like make a dungeon in advance and base things off it. But they do say you can also run it like on the fly, and that's what we did. We did 2 little one-shot adventures within the world on that. And Gonzo played an orc, and orcs in my setting are typically sailors in most of the places of the world. They live on ports. They have tattoos of like stories and tales, but they live in crew-based tribes, and that's how they work. So I do want to work on gods that they would have, which means there's going to be a lot of oceanic gods. So the first one, there was actually one, and I've left my book downstairs that I actually have it in. But there are a couple of gods I want to work on, and the gods of the sea. So there's gods, the goddess of the depth. I am going to change the name. I can't remember what I settled on, but I'm going to change it. So we're going to look at words meaning ocean in other languages, because I think other languages is a good starting point for getting a name. I'm also terrible with names. I will be so honest with you. There's a chance that I'm also going to look up like fantasy names. Fantasy name generator is really good. It is just like a encyclopedia of names that it just spits out at you. Jesus, wait. Oh no, sorry, that's me reading an older message. I thought that was a new message. Sorry. So that's kind of what I want to do. Also, Gonzo is actually doing something I really love, and he's actually running a one-shot based in my world, which is something I love the shit out of. I love people running adventures in my world, because you don't need to like have this massive lore on where it is. You could just be like, oh, this is a thing, and then like afterwards I could be like, hey, could you send me all the stuff, and I could like give us a good idea of where that would take place and when it would take place. Because I've been working on a timeline as well on spreadsheets. Okay, I don't most words meaning ocean the same. I mean, sea is different. Sea and ocean are different to me. Sea seems more shallow, whereas we're doing a goddess the depths. We're doing like more of an eldritch being. So let's god name generator. Let's have a look on fantasy name generators. So ooh. first one that's immediately come out, I like Aris. And I kind of want to change it to be more like Eris. How do I spell Eris? It's like Eris. It's just like an air. Yes. Okay, so Eris is because what I'm thinking, because there's a little meaning that's like just popped into my head of the idea that um the name I was looking at is this Eris, maybe pronounced Eris, but the spelling of this is particularly reminding me of Ariel. And don't like while Ariel isn't obviously a character within this, I think it's like a quite funky naming if we combined Ariel and Eris. Arielus? No. I think Eris works. No, but that's more. How do I make this work? I'm like trying to combine these two. How's Ariel spell that name as well? Okay. So Ariel is spelled. This is the most thought I'm putting into a god name, by the way. So I kind of want to come. It's like the lazy option is Arielus. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think this works for the Goddess of the Depths, I'm going to be honest. I think this works more for the... Maybe it does. Maybe quite a nice name for something so, like, dark. It's actually quite intimidating. Okay, there's... Okay. Goddess of the... I'm workshopping stuff here. Uh, Goddess of the Ocean Depth. So, in my head, because I'm going to go for, like, the shallows as well. Because I think there should be multiple, like, gods of the oceans. And Aerialis in this instance is the eldest daughter, and based on her name, she is the heir. She was the first daughter to be in line to claim the ocean as her own. But obviously, she was corrupted and twisted by the powers of the depths. So she has this very fancy regal name, but I'm thinking very like I can't remember what her name is, but like the Kraken lady from My Mermaid. No, I think my brain just tried to say My Little Pony and Little Mermaid at the same time, and I just I arrived at that conclusion. Okay, so let's say let's write that down as a note for now. Is one of ex daughters to the god of X. X in this instance is us just leaving it blank, so we can fill it in later. I probably should do these as capitals so they stand out a bit more to me. I highlight them as well. No, that's fine. Is the eldest. The daughter God says. Is the first heiress to the ocean. However, due to, however, so there's something that's corrupted her. Let's say, let's just say for now, however, due to a dormant power to the bottom of the ocean, she became corrupted. Is there also a lifestyle icon? Okay, well, she's gonna have to be like the deep blue. No, I was hoping we could find like a trident or something. I haven't got the emojis because I don't actually like the emojis too much. I mean, try them. Wait, what? Oh, did I might have to enable emojis. It's been corrupted. Corrupted. Making the ocean, especially the depths, a difficult and dangerous place. Cats, how are we doing? Thank you very much for your daily sacrifice. Thank you for 11 daily sacrifices. How are we doing? Now, I kind of want to do a pun on this, and I want to do like 7 children. Ignis, hello, how are you doing? I kind of want to do like 7 children because of the 7 seas. Not necessarily basing each one off an ocean, because I want to do one that's ocean storms. Because I think that's a very good one. That's not so much evil, but very neutral. And a lot of orcs and seafarers would pray to them for clear tides. So I think that is also a good one. I'm also gonna grab dice. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go grab my dice because they're downstairs still from when I played last session, and I'm gonna start rolling for some like character aspects. Also, I'm gonna finish this actually, so give me like 2 seconds. I cannot believe that you don't have dice. Normally, okay, normally I do. Normally I do. But normally I play on online and I have my dice next to me. But when I had Gonzo and Nix down this week, we played a session and I literally took all of my D&D stuff downstairs. So, sorry, I just ran upstairs and I'm apparently fucking unhealthy. I've got very nice white dice, and then mixed in my white dice, I've got dice that look like they've got cum in them. So these are my cum dice. Okay, and then I also have a Githyanki coin. So we're creating gods. Yes. I'm trying to, because nobody's really religious in my world currently, and there's not much about them. I'm trying not to do the draconic gods on stream because some of my players are in here and they will find them relevant. But I don't want to reveal too much information that they shouldn't know yet. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, we're currently working on my like not a pantheon yet, but more ocean theme is currently what I'm working on. So I feel like I need to do like something similar to the NPC template. So I'm gonna copy this over actually real quick. And we're going to go down here. I'm going to tweak this. So we don't need that. I'm not going to bother about campaign. We don't want to race. Class doesn't matter anyway. This we're going to change to God. Age could be relevant. We could do Pantheon as well. I like the picture God's having a class. I mean, I feel like they have like a theme. I was a fucking ranger. I think the more saints definitely would have a class. So we can actually move this now into backstory because that is like the origin point for her. Cast Summer's Mark. You get that for free now. You get that for free. They can do that for free. We know she's cruel. Unyielding. Did I spell cruel? Oh, mistyped. I'm going to change description, this to description and symbol. Because I need to do a symbol for each of them. And I'm not very good at art, so I'm going to find a picture or something to make these on. I mean, you know what? Actually saying that, that's basically just fucking Blackith. It's just Blackith. But instead it's she's a wizard. I actually really do like Blackith as a character. Like, aside my main Spelljammer character I want to play, my backup idea would be a Githyanki. Blackith. So we're definitely doing. See, okay. But now I'm just gonna write like Kraken slash fuck me, how am I gonna Scylla? I'm pretty sure it's that. Oh, what a guess. Fully just remembered the name of the song. That's the vibe I'm going for with her. That's, you know. I think that's grotesque, horrible depth monster is what we want. Age isn't going to really be relevant, but I think it can be. I think as well. What are the god levels? There are god levels. There's like lesser and all this shite. What is it? She is. Form on some plane. Definitely a lesser deity. Yeah. I don't know how to put this, so I'm going to put god level for now. I will probably change that. Just a lesser deity. Because they're definitely not a greater deity. Greater deity is beyond mortal understanding. Yeah. And considering by default Tiamat is a lesser deity, yeah, this is definitely a lesser deity. But they're not a quasi deity, because they can't grant spells to mortal clerics. Oh no, maybe Titan. Titan is actually more fitting. Titans are the offspring or creation of deities. Titans include the Kraken, which I would probably use the Kraken stat block for her if they ever fought her. But that seems less than a quasi deity. Oh no, they're a subcategory of quasi deity. So no. I'm gonna go lesser deity. Stick with that. And I would say a Kraken is probably something of her creation, which is what would be a Titan. Yeah. This fun. Oh, I love doing D&D shit. I just love, like, I love world building more than I, like, love planning my sessions. Have you seen, let me get this up, because I will show you the current, I've not finished the world. This is but one country in the world. And I do, oh, it's signed me out. Like 2 minutes on. I remember my login. If I log in with Google, actually, see if that works. There we go. Let me open this up real quick. Because this is currently the so far of the world. This is one continent of the world. Do you want to have? Maybe I won't share it. Guess I won't share it because it doesn't want to actually recognize it as a thing. That's fine. I won't do it then. No worries. I've posted it before anyway, so I barely even understand the gods lore and basic bitch D&D setting. Secret. It's really confusing, I will admit, a lot of the gods. Like, they've changed it a lot as well. Like, I often read a bunch of the different wikis on ranks and stuff. I mean, even, like, a lot of things in D&D have definitely decreased in explanation and stuff. Like, when I ran Spelljammer, I stole a lot of older edition Spelljammer because I thought it was more expansive and understandable. So what's this? Divine rank. That's fine. Ooh. No. We want. Oh, I need to open that page back up. Scroll all the way to the bottom. We want. Because they're definitely gonna have a divine plane. I want to have a note of divine planes for them. It's obviously gonna be ocean themed, but I'm not gonna work on that yet. So anytime I play a cleric or something, I'm like, yeah, the first result on Google will do. See, I think that's the thing as well. You've got to either like give people enough explanation of a god to make them want to be aligned with it, or give players enough freedom to like come up with something that fits in your world. Like, I'm trying to design gods in the way in this world because you can have so many different hierarchies of gods. Like, yeah, there's like a god of, you know, destruction and everything, but there's probably also a god of just something simple like of fountains. Or one I did in a different setting was I based a god off of the Lady of the Lake, and that's all she was the god of. She was the god of lakes, and her whole thing was finding knights and worthy champions. That's all there was to them. And specifically, she was lakes that weren't connected to the ocean. But like that was just such a minorless god, and I'm probably gonna import it in here because I actually like the idea. And if we're going for like water theme, I think that'll fit in too. Okay, I think we're in a good place with her. So let's do. Let me also. I should probably put this on my NPC as well, but I'm going to put pronouns in here to see what they're often referred to by. Because I'm going to do a... I guess this would be a D6 if I'm doing he, him... Well, he, him, she, her, and they, them, depending on the gender of the god. So I'm going to do a D6. I'm going to go up in twos. So 1 to 2 is he, him. 3 to 4 is she, her, and then 5 to 6 is them. Okay, that's 5. So this is going to be a they them god. Also, let me do this as well. Let me just copy this whole page and do new note. We're going to do god template. I'm just going to get rid of all that. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. For real, for real. I think gods can definitely have multiple though. Oh, maybe that's what I should have done. Ah, no. I'm gonna do that as a D4, and I'm gonna do 4 as like they don't have a particular one. They go by anything. That's actually a good point. I know you did say that, but that it got me on that train of thought. So I'm gonna do that again. 1. So it's gonna be a heat god. Oh, I probably should have taken this bit along as well, actually, because I think that is important. Oh, why are you not? There we go. Wait. There we go. God. All over the place. All over the place. Okay. There we go. So it's a masculine god. That's what I'm going to write instead, actually. That's what I want to do instead. Actually, no, because some can be bestial. Never mind. But I can do that as another point. I don't know what I rolled for there, actually. So this is also going to be a lesser god. Lesser deity. Now, I was thinking of next doing like a god of the storms. Like specifically ocean storms. Let's think. What does tides specifically mean? No, that's just the rise of the sea. Because you need like a name that rolls off the tongue. Because like while this says ocean depths, she's probably often more referred to as goddess of the depths. Um. Uh. Synonyms for ocean. Ah. Sorry, I might have found a word that described thingy better. Oh no, abyss is a different world. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Sorry, I'm getting distracted on things. Tempest sounds quite good. But Tempest is definitely more lightning focused. Typhoon would be it. An extremely large, powerful, and destructive storm that occurs especially in China and thingy. Okay. So the God of Typhoon doesn't feel like it rolls off the tongue as well. So let's have a look at some god names then, shall we? So maybe we want something that sounds like Typhoon. And maybe mix it with something else. We could just do Typhon. It's quite a masculine name. Typhon, god of Turbulent Sea is possible as a description. God of the... Because, yeah, this is the god that I want people to pray to for, like, safe passage through the ocean. Because while she's the goddess of the depths and, like, oceanic creatures, you know, you can fight those off a lot easier than you could a storm, like an ocean storm. So that they're probably going to be the main god. So I want to find like a good descriptive word for them. We can come back to that. So they're definitely quite neutral. But I think they're neutral, but they're a protector of the sea. Which is why they're probably how they are. Like, if you disrespect the ocean, like, Typhon will disrespect you back by, sending a storm your way. Respect must be given to the ocean for safe passage through it. Aha, there we go. Respect his siblings. And he will remain calm. Disturb the balance, and he shall send storms your way. There we go. I think that's he's like judge, jury, and executioner. He's protective of his siblings, who are going to be like the gods of the shallows, and obviously even Erelus. He's still going to be protective of, regardless of her how she acts. So maybe he's the eldest brother. Which might not necessarily make him the second oldest yet, but he's the eldest brother. The eldest brother of the ocean gods. Typhon is incredibly protective of his siblings. We can flesh out the backstory more again. Like, at the moment, we're getting the base. I feel like you're definitely the Trident. Let's go blue. Go blue Trident. Nice. Yeah. So I think his depiction is definitely a very oh god, what's his fucking name? Poseidon-esque. Poseidon-esque. Buff, wet man. In fact, I'm gonna do a wettest boy. That's a small little reference. Often seen with a trident in hands. You know, something I actually really love about Poseidon is the fact that he's the god of horses as well. And I think that's definitely overlooked a lot, and I really like that as an aspect of him. Not that I'm going to do that here. I think as well we probably want a followers. A followers tab. Nope. And I'm going to put these on because I do think this will matter. Because we want to flesh out how his followers pay respects, and to all the gods as well, how their followers pay respects to them, how they're worshipped. I think that is quite important. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Now, okay, we're gonna do a God of the Shallows. I think we're gonna leave him there because again, we're just doing like the template at the moment, and that's what I want to focus on. So, new note. Shallows. So let's have a look. So it is going. Copy this. Oh. No. Where'd that fucking go? Just whole ass thing just disappeared. I did not mean to. I did not mean to hit that. Okay, nice. So all slash anything. These ones are interesting because I think this could be interpreted as both that's what the god prefers, but also depictions of a god that go by anything or all. Is potentially because there's a lot of different followers and beliefs of them, so they have their own depictions of them. I think like a prime example would be while orcs are mainly worshippers of the ocean gods and pirates, because in this case the shallows, that a lot of people know what the shallows are. Even like inland fishermen or just people who live by the coast, they might have different like views of them. Like the orcs might see them more akin to themselves. They might see a more orcish figure. Whereas elves might actually depict it in their own image, or dwarves might not even believe in them at all, so they don't have a description for them and maybe just go off of what other people have said. So I think that's how you can sort of flavor something like this, by having its description be just anything. Like it's down to their followers. So that's what we're gonna leave on that. I feel like Shallows has got to be youngest. Because I feel like the Shallows are so innocent and simple that I think that's kind of the vibe I want to go for. The youngest of the ocean siblings. So let's get some words going, shall we? So neutral names. Okay, I like this. This is just one I've seen. So I'm gonna put that as a placeholder. Aeon. But now that I've said it out loud, I don't actually like it that much. Let's think. So, words for shallow. Okay. There's apparently a song called "Shallow Water," and that's giving me the lyrics for that. Synonyms of shallow water. Shoal. Shoal is a good one actually, because you could make that sound like a name, and that's actually quite neutral. Let's try shoal. I like that. And you could flavor that, their name is what inspired the word of a shoal. Which, getting its full definition, if you would like to give that to me. Because I don't want to misquote it. And I've definitely not got the actual... I know I can picture it, but I don't... I'm not going to just fucking start saying shit off like an idiot. Yeah, it literally means a sandbank or sandbar that makes the water shallow. Yeah. So it's more so the sand than it is the water, but that is still part of the ocean. They're definitely quite peaceful, I imagine. I do have a decent description for them as well, actually. I'm imagining they're definitely like a holiday type of god. So, like loose, beach, slash summer clothing. That's not how you spell clothing. Goddamn. Flowing hair. Common depictions. Just because there may be multiple depictions. Straw hat, I think, is definitely something up there. In my head, I'm very much picturing the beach mercy skin. And I don't want to put it... like, imagine like a more neutral or... obviously, minus the sci-fi stuff in here. But... come on, let me paste it. Let me paste it. Come on. Can I just add it like that? Oh, I actually have to save it. Okay, that's fine. Also, give me 2 seconds. I'm literally about to sneeze. No, it's gone. Never mind. Never mind. Thinking, being like, oh, we're saving it as a web file. No, I'm just gonna fucking change it. Why even try? Let me just quickly find it. I'm very much thinking like this. Oh, that's just taking up the entire screen. That's like the kind of vibe I'm thinking. Like, more so in like the face, like the straw hat, like that kind of hair. And I guess kind of that kind of loose clothing. So that's kind of my mental headspace for it. And I definitely feel like you could make them look a bit more neutral. They're definitely the calm god. Focused on relaxation and enjoying the moment. That's my thought. That's my thought there. Okay. Youngest of the Ocean siblings. They're not much involved with the ocean politics. Ooh, okay. Their personality has changed slowly over time as more beaches have become polluted. I actually don't know how to spell polluted, so I'm just gonna fucking guess. Souring their mood. They are known to give blessings to those who clean and help maintain the beaches. I feel like that's quite simple. God, see, I want to say warm sands. We're gonna say summer sands. I feel like that's quite a nice description. Is it like a beach? Hmm. Excuse me. Sure. That's what we're gonna do for you for now. Again, lesser deity. Nice. I think because you're more god of the winds, realistically, of turbulency. Let's have a look at types of ocean gods. Fishing is definitely an important one, actually. Which is marine life. So I'm just looking at real life like depictions of gods in like other pantheons and just seeing what they are. There's a actual real god called Tiamat. I did not know that. Goddess of salt water and chaos. Also mother of all gods. I can see how that's translated into D&D Tiamat. I do think sea creature is a good one. What official D&D ocean gods are there? Because again, I can steal some real gods and twist them in. Just change how they are. Not that many. Unbelieve. Unbelieve is the queen of the depths. That is something I might steal a bit. Oh, she's the one who's referred to as the bitch queen. Right. Right. Okay. Maybe we take that then. I do prefer my name, actually. But we could also have this. Something out of it was giant woman with a body of coloured like sea. Blues and greens. Her hands had talons. Her elbows had fins. Her hair had hair of seaweed and kelp. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I was thinking about her earlier, but I didn't realize how important she actually was. She's an intermediate deity, which isn't actually in D&D anymore. So maybe I think the name Umberly is a bit boring. I'm gonna be so real with you. Uh, Titles is also an actual good thing as well to have. She's actually been in every edition. Interesting. Um, okay. Uh, that's not what I was saying. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. I could add on here the domains actually. Uh, let's do that. I'm gonna like merge her into this because why not? Let's do that. Uh, and then we'll do under god level. We'll do. Now I know the domains specifically refers to their thing. Ah, that's what I was thinking as well. I'm gonna quickly steal this off the wiki. So, uh, do alignment as well. Um, that yeah, we'd put it under titles, wouldn't we? Do that. That's one. Um, I also like the Wave Mother as a thing, so we're gonna set that as one of the names she also has. Uh, so we've officially kind of merged one in, but I'm looking through some of these. Uh, okay, these are just types of things. This is what we're okay. All right, I'm just gonna have a quick break because I'm just gonna nip to lose. So give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Just And we back. Okay, so is that music really quiet? Has the music been really quiet for you guys this entire time? I can bump it a bit. So I close that whole tab on fucking. I think I did. I want ocean deities. Okay, so who else is there? There's a couple of things in here. Valkyr. A hero god. Interesting. That's a deity. I think we've got to have a god about treasure. Like ocean treasure. But we're also going to do critters. I'm going to focus on critters first. This may have to be a generate name. So we're just going to... Okay, we're going to roll first that so we know what to do on fantasy name generator. 2. So it's a feminine god. Let's do a new note. So we're just going to do god of sea, life, critters. So I'm going to quickly copy this and update this bit. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. This bit likes to do whatever the fuck it wants. Okay. Let's copy that and do that. Nice. So again, lesser deity. So I'm going to quickly go through and see what names I can find that I like. Alia is a good start. Brilini. Lenny? In my head, I keep thinking of Korra now. Even though I mean Katara. It's probably because I've just seen one that says Korena. Maybe that variation of that, Korena. Korena, actually, I just like straight up. Yeah, I like that one. I'm going with that. So, let's think. Let's think here. Just every protective. Accepts. Fishing is a must for survival, but punishes those who overfish or cause harm, senseless harm to the reef and ocean creatures. Because again, this is an underwater god, so it's all about the life within the ocean. I've got to put dolphin because that's like an easy one to put here. I don't have much for her at the moment, but that's fine. We need to work on the name a bit. So Ooh. Okay, there's one I'm quickly going to note in here. Just because I saw it, and I think an atoll one is actually really good for one of the gods. For which are basically lakes within like um an island with a lake in it, but it's like a really small island. I think that's a good one we can save for a little bit later. Um, so also I guess gods could be parts of multiple pantheons. Um, but I think these folders are going to be like the prime pantheons um of each one, and then I'll just like tag other pantheons as well so I can link to it a little bit easier. Um, okay, we're going to save that page for now because I'm trying to look for something that describes what we want. Um, I think actually a fish would be better. Um, let's see if we can find a fish synonym. Hey, not too bad. How about yourself? Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? We're doing pretty good. We're working on some ocean gods at the moment, trying to build out the world a little bit better. Um, I'm thinking like schooling, like a school of fish is my current um process, like line of thought. And I think that'd be actually a good depiction. Her form is made out of schooling fish. Like her physical, like she's literally like fish will school in to make her thing. I'm preparing for an Eberron game. Ooh, ooh. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. What you're doing. I really want to play Eberron. I've got a place in here that's kind of like inspired by Eberron. Um, but Eberron is one on my list that I would really love to play. I think it's one I would potentially run before playing. I have a lot of things with campaigns. Like I got a lot of campaign books where I've bought it because I want it and stuff from it, but I've not read through them because I'm like I want to play it before I run it. But that never happens. So, but I think Eberron's one I would actually be happy to run before I ever played it. But yeah, no, are they are your players quite deep in it already, or are you doing like session one? Oh yeah, I've posted about this on sorry, just to like segue as well. I've posted about this on Blue Sky as well. I have no idea where my Spelljammer books have gone. Like I had the collection of them and they're just gone. I genuinely have no idea where they've gone. They're just in my house somewhere and I cannot find them. I have torn this place upside down. I do not know what's happened to them. Not that I need them right now, but they are some of my favorite books and I don't know where they are. Everyone is great. Yeah, there's a lot of things like I really like Warforged. There is some world building I want to do at Warforged at some point. Session one is coming up. Ooh, how many players you got? How many players? What and you know what's your party? How many players you got? I'm gonna ask all the fucking details. I'm gonna be honest, my favourite part about D&D is getting my players to make characters. I'm not even gonna lie. I love seeing what they come up with and I love like talking to them about like giving them some lore. I'm like, oh, so you're interested in this kind of thing. Here, let me give you some of this information. Um I can't actually say anything because one of my players is in chat, but I was going to talk about that player, but I don't know if the other ones are. Um, but one of my players, Nix, we weren't too sure of what we wanted to do, and I was like, "Oh, there's this deity and stuff," and then she was like, "Ooh," and then settled on the multi class that she is now. 5 players that are my mum, dad, sister's wife, and our roommate. Ooh, that's actually really cool. You got your parents into like really into D&D, or is it like the first time? I would love to get my mum into D&D. If I could, I would. But my mum's like an hour away, and it's a bit of a pain to get to her. And she is not going to be able to run D&D online. That's just not happening. She can't. She has not got the reading capacity to manage that. Nor the. I mean, she might be able to be tech savvy enough, but I don't think I could explain Discord to my mum. I would love to have my mom in a D&D game. I think she'd love it. I think she'd be hesitant at first, but I think she'd love it. Okay, sorry, I'm going to do this as well, but feel free to continue ranting and explaining all your stuff to me because I will read it. But I'm also I'm splitting my brain. I'm doing the fun side and I'm doing the good DM side. AD&D in the military. Oh my god, that's insane! Holy shit! So were you into D&D quite early on then? As the Strahd novel, there's Strahd novels. I did not know that. I know there's Dragonlance novels. That Dragonlance is also a book that in fact, I would probably happily run Dragonlance, but I'm already doing a dragon themed setting anyway, so that's probably why I'm not run it. It was a set thing to be like an island. Yeah. At least most of them do. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. I've never. Yeah, maybe I should start seeing if I can get those because I'm really picky when it comes to reading. I'm gonna be so real. I I grew up on the Beast Quest books, and ever since then it's spoiled me for books. I just really loved how they're written, and I get so specific on what I'm reading. And if I don't like it, I'm not finishing it. And that bar is like really fucking high. I think the only other things I've like properly like devoutly read, like I've still I still do some reading and read a few things, but the things I've been like obsessed with have only been like Full Metal Alchemist, and that was it. And then My Hero was really good. And I don't think there was anything else that I bought physically. Like I've basically just read D&D books. I've 3 random books in £1 in store. Ooh, 20 Ravenloft. Oh my god. I have to go get the first 3 books. That sounds exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, honestly, yeah, that's insane. Like, I'm really gutted I got into D&D as late as I was. I think I would have loved it as a kid. It would have definitely explained a few things earlier on. But also, I think my friend group would have loved it because they do. Like my original school friend group, they all loved D&D when I introduced it to them. Um, but finding time with those people now is a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, one's moved to America, one does like 4 nights on, 4 nights off, so it just does not happen. But I think if we were in school, they would have loved it. I think one does play, but they never have time because this story is weird. Yeah, well, the new one as well. I haven't actually got the Favorite Heroes. I've got the Forgotten Realms one. I got the Adventures in Faerun. I got the alternate cover for that. I've got a lot of my books physically from um, uh, Forbidden Planet. Oh, the 90s one. Oh. I suppose if anywhere though, they're going to be buried there. Like I remember, so I really love Pokemon. Pokemon's like a big thing for me. Finding them now, impossible. But I remember like early days, like back in around like 2010, even like earlier than that. Most of my Pokemon stuff I found on market stalls, or I found in like charity shops. Because we don't have thrift shops. Well, we kind of do, but it's not the same thing in the UK. But yeah, I guess it is the same thing, but it's just I don't know. It's just something different called here. It doesn't seem the same calling it a thrift shop. But that's where I found a lot of stuff for Pokemon. Like I vividly remember a lot of the things I have that are probably that unfortunately I've lost because you know I went through that phase of like, oh, I don't like Pokemon, that's not cool, and regretted it immediately a year after. Um, but a lot of things I found, yeah, in like markets and things. I've been around since the mid 80s. Oh damn. Yeah, like a lot of D&D characters go back quite a while now. Um, where was I? I've completely like lost track. I've not got the focus. No, I love D&D though. I'm also the Keith Baker Eberron books set in creators. Ooh, that's pretty sick. See, I I immediately feel like your collection is significantly bigger than mine, and I like to think mine's quite big, but now mine feels unique. But no, that's amazing. Genuinely, like being able to have that much D&D content and um finding all that, that's insane. See, it's not as like a lot of where because like I'm quite a small rural area anyway, so finding a lot of stuff is quite difficult. But I only have digitally. Ah, see, a lot of mine I have digitally because I run games online. So I tend to have both digital and physical of most things I get because I'm a firm believer of physicality. But because of my games online running on the Beyond, I tend to buy them digitally. I bought a few years ago. 89 Spelljack. Is that full? No, no. What edition is that? That's third. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I've not messed with anything below five because I only got into D&D um in 2021 as a DM. Before I had played it before, um, back in like 2016, but I didn't really know much about it, and it was very light. Second edition. See, I've read some stuff to do with the older Spelljammer stuff. Like I've really liked the crystal spheres, and when I've run D&D stuff, rather than using wild space, I tend to refer to them as crystal spheres. Didn't come to 30. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know wasn't there like 3.5, then fourth. I don't know if I played fourth. I feel like I have because like I feel like my earliest memory of D&D does not match up to what I played the next time. And the first time I played D&D, I played with like an existing group and I knew the people and I got invited for like a couple sessions. Um, and to be honest, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was there for the RP. It's just 10. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Spelljammer is one, yeah. My Spelljammer collection. The campaign stuff's been on red for since like release of when I got it on fifth edition because that I think that's probably the one I want to play. That and Strahd are probably the ones I want to play the most as a player before I run them. Um, but I feel like I'm loosening up to the idea of running Strahd. Uh, because I've come very close to being a player in it, and it just hasn't happened a couple times now. So I might end up running Strahd, but that I wanna Spelljammer. I want to play him. I have two shelves on my bookshelf that are just TTRPG. Ooh, Spelljammer 2 looks. I bought a complete box from 1989. I already had the PDF. Oh, okay, okay. See, see, I don't like while I own the digital stuff, it's mainly for like and like even I have some PDFs that I've been given from people. Um, I don't like reading all like my D&D stuff on my computer. I don't know what it is. I just don't like doing it, which is why I'm like importing like the monster manual into here, um, because I don't like how it's formatted on PC or like PDFs and stuff. So I prefer reading the physical books. 100 US dollars. That's not actually too bad. Considering, like, I think most box sets now, that when they come out, they're about 60. That's 60 quid. I mean, 100 US dollars for you is like 85 for me, £85. So that's not too bad. Had the spellcaster ship card. Ooh, box was crushed. Bad feeling. Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad. Because I would have expected that to be a lot more, especially as like a collector item. Even with a crush box, I suppose the crush box is kind of what saved it. And realistically, I don't think many people probably give a shit about the box itself. Like, it's a good display, but if you can get it, you're not really gonna care. Because I think I only have the two starter set 5e box sets as like boxes, and then my Deck of Many Things has a box, and then my Spelljammer set has like more of like a case it goes in, and that's kind of it. But even then, I think I removed it for a while because it didn't fit on my shelf until I got a new chest display. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna lock into him. I'm gonna lock him, and then immediately get distracted. But it's fine. It's fine as long as people are enjoying a fun yap, I don't mind. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. My lovely wife has messaged me. Oh, bless her. Okay. I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna do too much on them. So Atoll. Um. So lakes within islands. Oh, my dog's just coming to see me. How you doing, boy? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think it's another one where wait, it's three bookshelves, all 5 books, mostly 5e books. Sorry. Wait, it's 3 bookshelves, all my 5e books. My shelf of mostly Pathfinder stuff, and my box set. Ooh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I see. I wouldn't mind trying Pathfinder, but again, it's not something I would DM first and try. And it's also like convincing people to try a new thing as well. I prefer D&D because I'm comfortable with it, which probably isn't as good, especially with the direction D&D has gone a lot of the times. But also, you don't realistically need to pay to make content for it. It's quite easy to make stuff up for it. It's got quite a simple thing to custom make stuff. So okay, let me copy and paste this in as well. Nope, that was the name that I wanted. Got template. Oh no, I need the whole thing. Oopsie. 20 D&D books on a shelf, not including boxes, and that's just physically. Let me have a quick count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I also have 20, not including box sets. I have actually quite a lot of third-party stuff. One of which I haven't actually read. I did a GoFundMe for it. and then never actually read it, but it's like shops and stuff. That's just fun. Yeah, I mean, I definitely knew I wasn't winning, but I was surprised at the number, and I was like, huh, I think I might have 20, or like I might have like a comparable number. Um, okay, sorry, let me roll for what type of god this is gonna be. Two, so it is another feminine god. Um, are there any existing gods that match this? I think in mine then there's like three. Okay, there's a couple of 5.5e in there as well. In what I counted. Who are you? Sorry, I'm just reading up on official D&D water gods, ocean gods. Okay, you're not something that I care about. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, I'm gonna go onto the fantasy name generator thing and I'm just gonna look for a name for this god because I don't nothing's standing out to me on what a name could be that's sort of means this. So I'm gonna have a look. I'm just gonna save any of that. Ialia. That's not too bad. Uh, it kind of sounds like island. I might stick with that. Yeah, could stick with that. Uh, Coral island consisting of a reef surrounding a lagoon. This is a little bit more location based, and I'm fine with that because I do want a bit of an archipelago. Um, I don't have too much for her. I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of like we're throwing something at the wall at the moment, and just trying. I think I am trying to aim for 7 to get the 7 Cs, but I might not because I think they're gonna get weaker and weaker. And I think that's gonna be the last one of the ocean gods, which is fine. And I think I'll stick with that. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna stick with for now. Um, uh, I can do some work on the Draconic Pantheon, I think. But again, I actually do want to hold that one because there might be some things I do on there. Um, then let's do the Elven Pantheon. I didn't mean to put that in there. I meant to put that in there. So immediately there is another ocean god I want to think of. And this is particularly to do with sea elves. And my immediate thought is to do elemental plane elven gods. So elves in my world, and I think for the most part, do come from the Feywild. And this is fairly recent in history. Like within the last 1,000 years or so. So I do want to do like prime elements. And there was an elven one. And I think this one's going to be over sea elves. Which I think who this was. Uh... Oh, well. It does box sets. I got Goodman Games, Temple of Elemental Evil Twin book set, a D&D Essential book set. I had 2014 basic box set, but I ruined it by spilling Mountain on it. Still bad 5 years later. Pathfinder 1E and 2E box set. Spelljammer 2E and 5E box set. And in terms of accessories, I have a deck of many things that came out, additional deck of many fates, the MCDM Talent class Sarnix cards, 4 sets of dice, 5 battle maps, 1 initiative tracker, minis and other stuff that isn't necessarily D&D products. Jesus Christ. That's impressive. It's a better collection than me by certainty. If I wasted less money on Overwatch, I probably would have more D&D stuff. But no, I spend too much on other things as well at the moment. And there's been a period of time lately where I was really out of D&D. I got really burnt out, and I just wasn't happy with what I was producing. Well, 9 years. That's fair. That's fair. I've been playing for 5 years now as a DM, like actively, and I think even then I kind of had like a bit of a year break. So yeah, I've not actually, and I only play like bi-weekly, which is definitely better than most people. I know a lot of people have a lot of time, but I'm only running the one at the moment. I think a lot of issues for me personally is I struggle to understand a lot of player perspective. I want a bot set of potions. Oh my god, are they like actually like mini potions and shit? Because that sounds amazing. Yeah, I think as well. So my current issue I have is that that's fair. That's completely fair. Third party is really good. Um, I finished quite late, and not as late as it could be, but I would like to dedicate more time to D&D, but I struggle to, just because I don't want to burn myself out. But also, coming home from work, you don't always want to write and stuff, and I struggle to get over that bump sometimes. Like I'll be thinking about D&D ideas all day at work, and then the second I get down, I'm like, I just don't have the energy to. Um, and I wish I could get over that, because I would love to do a lot more D&D stuff, because it's always on my brain. Like I am constantly thinking about it. Um, has loops attached to it? What do you mean? Like has loops attached to it? Oh, sorry, it has loops to attach it to stuff. Sorry, like a keyring and kind of thing. Um, let's have a look at what elven deities we've got. Because again, we may change some of these to be more fitting in this world. Uh, okay, not what I was gonna go for, but I do. The potion bottles are empty. Plan to put either red Kool-Aid or water. Oh, oh, that's actually really cool. No, that's so valid. That's something I think my players would love, but again, we don't really get in-person sessions, but I would love that. I would drink the shit out of that. Okay, I'm gonna go Emberheart here. This is gonna be one of the elven god of um. No, this is actually gonna be a higher ranking deity, I would say, a greater deity. Oh, valid, valid. I wanted to get one for a while. I'm definitely not in a position to do it now, but I was trying to get a hold of one for a while because I really wanted one. Um, the word. Mm. Sorry, I'm just reading up on like elven pantheons. The Seldarin. I do like that, but I also kind of don't want to steal that because I'm making it completely different. But I like the name of it. Sylvanas I might take, actually. I don't think Sylvanas is could work. Yeah, he's the Oak Father. And he kind of works with my setting quite well. And I might change it to make him the main leader of it. Or not. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep that page open for him. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna steal the Pantheon name for it. The Seldarine. Uh Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not too worried. Like a lot of the D&D stuff you can like use, so I'm not too worried about it. It was more so like I was working out where I could place him in my head, um, because my main like expression for the setting is based off of Yggdrasil. The world is created by a great elm tree, which is the obviously the root between the worlds of astral space, the astral plane, or whatever, as well as the other worlds in the multiverse. Elmria itself is like my main world setting, which is split. It's a massive, expansive world that I want different things, different massive continents. Definitely larger than our planet. Um, can we do? It's probably just gonna be a fire. Yeah. What if I changed it to like orange? No, I'll do like a proper red. Oh, I do like that. Yeah, I like it more like that. That's nice. Um, I feel like I stole that name for an NPC. Well, let me check. No, okay, I did Flameheart. That's fine. Um, Emberheart is the Elven god. Oh, I didn't do a roll to see if they were masculine or feminine, or they them, or neutral. We're going to another she her. Just gives me a bit better visual of them. Of fire spirits and magic. What is it? It's that's it. Eladrins. That's the one I was thinking of. I just need to double check what element each Eladrin is. Because I think that's spring, if I'm not mistaken. No, it is summer. Let me open D&D Beyond and have a look at them visually. Because the four elemental elven gods, I'm thinking like the progenitors for the elemental Eladrins, which then obviously turn into elves. I hope if I looked on like the right thing. Species. Eladrin. Do we not have the images for it? See, Ganassi are more humans exposed to elements, aren't they? And mixed with Jin. Where I was hoping Eladrin would actually lighten that, but that is fine. Summer. Da, 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 da. Well, I guess they would be connected more to the seasons rather than the things, though. Anyway, Hmm. Okay. No, I'm trying to cross two things that don't really match anyway. That's fine. Okay. I suppose I can homebrew some elves to be more like fiery and stuff, so that's fine. Emberheart is the. Oh, I'm not gonna spell that right at all. I'm probably not even use it correctly. Let me double check. You know when you hear a word used a lot, and you're pretty sure you know the definition, but you want to actually double check because you might be stupid. Uh, to the elves with fire aspects. That's definitely not what I want to write, but that's going to do for now. Because I'll probably go through and try and spruce these up a bit more. Um, we're like trying to just put the seeds in for now, really. And for this, I want. I didn't change this much at all. I'm gonna go with that though. Uh, sorry, I'm just like trying to look at words in Elvish, but no. There is not a one-to-one D&D translator. There is only certain words that have been said. I was gonna see if I could put well, like fire is in Elvish. I suppose that is interesting. We could just literally have the word for fire in Elvish, and it's a mistranslated thing. Like they pray to fire, but translated into common, it became Emberheart. So in Elvish, her name was simply Fire. However, when incorrectly translated into common, she became known as Emberheart. There you go. Because then you've got a bit of lore there as well as to what someone who like an elf that actually lives in Elmria and has grown up in Elmria may know them as Emberheart, whereas someone in the Feywild may know them as Fite, or even someone who's still fresh from or has like a more traditional sense may refer to them by their original name, which is what we could do for the rest of them as well. if there is a translation for them. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that is a unique thing. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So this actually means freshwater shallows. But I'm gonna take it as a name anyway. Vave. They. That was. I'm so glad you can't see me like typing on Chrome because that was an awful attempt at trying to spell the word Elvish and it was just not what I typed. Do. Oh, I can also change this to say to the Ember Elves. Because we're gonna have aquatic elves, sea elves. That was quick. Oh, Seribot got it. Damn. Damn. Good on Seribot. I think we did just hit the goal of 460, but I can tell that's about to disappear because that was a bot that followed. Interestingly as well, they've not even popped up on there, so yeah, no, it's definitely a bot. That's Sag. That's Sag when shit like that happens. Oh well. You get baited. I'm trying to think of a name that has aqua in it. Oh, let me also copy in before I forget again, even though I did just forget. Oopie. I put it in here. Copy these. Okay, let me also roll for like thing. It's another feminine one. I guess these would technically be the Feywild. So I'm going to put that in for both you two. Fire and water. This is literally one of the first ones I've seen, but I really like it. What have they linked? Oh, damn. and it's very simple. Yeah, as they've described it. So, Alice meaning Al meaning sea and Liss meaning breeze. Yeah, it is irritating. It's not the end of the world though. I'm not phased. I'm not fussed. Breeze a bit too on the nose. Have a sea elf named Seabreeze, but it's cute and it sounds like, yeah. So this is basically Seabreeze, but I will keep that. That's an easy one. God of Ember Elves. We're gonna do God of Sea Elves. Um, I could probably just steal this one this time. Let's get rid of these two. Again, we're going to do the same thing. It is anything. Oh, no, don't worry. Don't feel like you have to be rabbiting on constantly. If you need to lurk and do your stuff, you lurk and do your stuff. That was odd. I want these ones to be quite chill, so if you need to just, keep it on while you do stuff, that's by all means fine. Rock. Boulder. Ground. I need something that's like a earthen in aspect. Land. I think I already did that. Mountain would work, yeah. There we go. And we make it like an orange. Actually, grey was kind of better, wasn't it? Oh, we keep it regular. That's fine. Nice. Let's have a look. See what terms there are for ground. Literally one. Okay, earth. No. Dirt. No. Soil. I don't like that I've searched Elven words for dirt, and like the first 5 links are D&D slurs. Good start. Good start. Good start on that one. Good start. For fuck's sake. Or can you? Oh, sorry, I completely messed that. Let me actually have a look. Is there any canny ones that might look nice? Can... Nah, nothing there. I don't need that tab open anymore. We could go Tolkien. I do like this. we go material. Like, so they said, this is actually directly, but it's definitely not in what context I'm talking about. Amber, like, is in an amber, because it's minerals, earth and minerals. Um, Types of minerals. In fact, we want to go gemstones realistically, because they're gonna sound more gemstone-ish. That's because I think Elvish would definitely take more of a fancier turn, which I know is a bit typical, but uh, Onyx is also a good shout. I do like Onyx. I really like Onyx. We're gonna go Onyx. Onyxia. I think adding ear to anything definitely is lazy. Onyxith. Um, God of. It'd be Wood Elves, realistically. Okay. Which does just leave air. But would we even bother with air? I'm not gonna bother with air for now, I think. I think I'm just gonna leave that. I think I leave air for now. And we do some other gods. Some elven gods. We actually had like some official ones in. So looking at Sylvanas, um, he was known to manifest in his form of the Old Father. Uh, okay, interestingly, so Sylvanas is referred to as the Oak Father, whereas the tree in this is the Elm Tree. So if anything, he might not actually be here. He may be a sibling, but he definitely would be referred. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So firstly, technically she's not just an elven pantheon, but I guess it would be first introduced here. So before that, I'm gonna do um Almeria, which is the land we're in. Um who is the to be the antithesis to the Oak Father, we're gonna do the Elm Mother. She's definitely a greater deity. have to find a good tree now. I'm gonna go for that. The more green tree. Bashim will be in many Pantheons. I can't write too much about here as well because it is very, very spoilery. No, I'm going to change that actually. I'm going to change that. We are going to do Sylvanas. Okay, clearly I've messed up something on the template here. No? Okay. Sylvanas, he's going to be the son of Elmria. Which is also going to be the Feywild. And Elmria. Actually, I guess it would be the Elm Tree. No, it would be the Feywild. I'm going to stay with the Feywild for now. Sylvanas is the elven son of Elmria. Bum, 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 bum. I can mostly copy that over from that page. Okay. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up D&D stuff for there for now because we have been going for like 2 hours and a lot of what I want to write I want to kind of lock in and do or like finish notes that I can't write on stream. We've done a couple of gods today and we, you know, it's 8 down. No, that's not 8, that's 9. That's 9 down and we did do some other stuff as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition over to playing some Tamagotchi Life, which is kind of fitting because a lot of my Tamagotchi Life characters are NPCs or characters, player characters and my characters from D&D. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to transition over to that. So let's do that and have a little bit of a break from this, shall we? Can I do a... Side stream marker there. Yeah, let's go over and do that because I also haven't played Metopia today and I would like to play some. And I think that'd be fun. Where is my Joy-Con controller? Because I can actually talk about some of my NPCs as well. And I haven't actually streamed Metopia yet. Not Metopia. I keep calling it Metopia, which is the other game. I should also play Metopia at some point because I do have it. And I feel like I could make a lot of NPCs for that. Let me just quickly... sort this out and then we'll jump over. All right, nice. Oh, let me also edit all this stream stuff. the dream. Bum 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 bum. Let me just do a blue sky post as well. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't set my profile to say I'm streaming. Whoopsie. Let's do that now. Let's keep it live for an hour and 40 minutes for now, just in case. Done a couple. How the fuck do I spot them? Don't you like? That's fine. Nice. I will turn off the music for now. Okay. There we go. Do I need to turn the game? Okay, the game audio is playing. Nice. So when I say this is mostly D&D characters, we have me, my lovely wife, my good friends, one of which is already a D&D character, my dog, and a me that happened last night that was me and Kiwi had a baby. But most of all these are D&D characters. I'll go through them actually. So we have Lenora, which is a D&D character I want to play, and I've never had the chance. We have Oron and Kalantha, which are siblings who were PCs in my original campaign. Toblin, which is a teacher in my current campaign, but also a long-time NPC. Pippa, Max, Akra, Fendril, Nizana, and Benedict are all NPCs in my current campaign group's class. Liliana is an NPC, but the art I got of them I really liked, and I've played them as a character. Siba is one of my players' characters. Bonabella is a previous character to one of my players. Amelia is also the same player's character. Empressa is a PC, and Zira is the same owner of these two, but it's their current character. So, that was a mouthful. I probably grabbed more, and I want to add the Baldur's Gate crew to this as well. So I might also add my Baldur's Gate character to it as well. But yeah. Alright, let's see what everyone needs. Let's go in order. What's up with me? Oh, I'm gone. And I'm gone.
Blah.
Okay. Sure.
I'm feeling a little upset.
What's up, Link?
Huh? Hello, Godbuddy?
Melta, how are we doing? Welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? What's up? I've just finished up doing D&D notes. We're now doing some Metopia with my mostly D&D island.
Something that close. Something that will allow me to blend into the most boring wallpaper, book.
Something planner, something that will allow me to... Let me find you something, Link. I can give you a tennis jumper. I mean, green is currently your color. Is what your color is. So it's hard to find something that you'd actually wear. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Thank you very much for popping in and following anyway. But hopefully work's not too bad. Oh, you know what? You would actually love these because you love socks. So you probably want these. There you go. He loved them. Well, I'll quickly adjust the alerts as well, because I think they are a little bit small. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Drag them there. Drag that down as well. Make that a little bit bigger. Make sound alerts a little bit bigger as well. Down a bit. I'll drag that out more as well. Okay, that's fine. Little quirks. Let's think. You are quite faint-hearted. He is spooked by everything. Yeah, you jump at the slightest noise. So yeah, no, this is definitely a you thing. This dog barks at the door and there is literally nothing there. Like, he hears like the tiniest noise, and he doesn't bark a lot, but he does like a little, and then he gets scared. Our dog is a wuss, but he's my baby. He's a little run as well. He's not that big. No, I meant to choose Calantha. What's up with Calantha?
Goth baddie, how are you? I've been craving salt so badly, I've been licking random rocks. Got some salty food for me?
I do, and you're not gonna like what's salty. We have jizz juice. If you want jizz juice, that's quite salty. This was wrong feeding it. It's funny when I do it to my friends, but when I have to give it to my creations, it's not as fun. Sure, Calantha, if that's what you want. Oh, number 3. Your third favourite thing is jizz juice. Alright, nice. Well, not all-time favourite, but you enjoy... Okay, sure.
Hey, Goth baddie, has anybody ever told you that your nose looks like kiwis?
Interesting way to lead a conversation.
Friends with Seba.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So, what should we talk about?
Ooh, okay. So Toblin is actually Seba's teacher. So we need to find something that's a little bit relevant, but also funny. Don't look at my suggestions.
What kind of...
Something else. Divine smiting motherfuckers. I'm gonna try and fit in. Since she is a paladin. Oh, I hope this fits in. Okay, it does.
Divine smiting motherfuckers.
Yep.
Alright. I'll have a chat with her about divine smiting motherfuckers. Hello, Seba.
See how this goes.
Would you like to have a chat about divine smiting motherfuckers?
I'm gonna put some music on in the background again.
Oh, so you know about divine smiting motherfuckers too, Toblin. I can't go a minute without thinking about divine smiting
Actually, no, never mind, because we've got
motherfuckers.
music at the moment.
Well, did you know that divine smiting motherfuckers is closely related to boobies? Now you do.
Really? I never would have thought those two had anything in common.
Me either.
I could talk about divine smiting motherfuckers all day long. I'm deadly serious. So, let's be friends.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Nice. I like how like some of these can be interpreted as canon as well. Hurrah! They get on great. I'm not gonna do nicknames. I don't really
Saber
bother
and
with
I have
nicknames.
become friends. Divine smiting motherfuckers really brings people
It sure
together.
does. It sure
I
does,
could-
Toblin.
Well, Miranda.
I like what I've done with the place so far. This bit is a little bit under development still, because I want a lot of these guys to move in together. Since these guys are all classmates, I want them to move in together, and I need one more character that's currently a player character at the moment to be here, and then I can move these guys in together. Ember and Amelia talking, because they should have something going on, hopefully.
Hey, Emilia, did you hear the news about dragon royalty?
Of course I did. But more importantly, did you hear about playing a magic?
Oh yeah, a while ago. But anyway, we never finished talking about the flaming sword. Let's get
Oh,
back
Amelia
to
loved
that.
that flaming sword.
Huh? Are you thinking of our conversation about the squirrel? Or was that something else?
No, not that one.
There's so many there's a lot of D&D things within this, and then you'll hear squirrel or something, and it's a conversation that Link the dog has had with people. Speaking of, he's dreaming currently. What are you dreaming of, my sweet little angel?
Well, hail unicorn.
Hail.
Will worship the unicorn.
Worship.
Will worship.
I just realised something. Hello, my love. You've joined us. A penny has just clicked in my head. Something's just clicked.
The unicorn. Huh?
Something's just
What was that
clicked.
about?
I don't think anyone's noticed. I've only streamed this for 5 minutes.
What can I do for you?
I'll DM you. I'll DM you. I've only streamed it for 5 minutes, but it's only just clicked. I've DM'd you on Discord. I may be switching over to something else. Or wrapping up, because there's something I've completely forgotten about. That's the only time they've been there. It's fine. I don't think anyone knows what we're talking about.
I feel like I'm being watched.
I can't have anything in this damn house. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's fine. I've literally only just turned to this. I was doing D&D before. You looking? They said much about the car yet? Okay, I'm gonna wrap up because I just realized I can't actually stream this game because of something. How do I do to have unhave a baby with a betrayer? Look, it's fine. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody is none the wiser. It's fine. It's fine. All right, I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna go raid into someone, shall we? Should we go raid into someone? I'm I'm going to change this back to say D&D as we raid. Just because that was what we were actually doing. And I don't want to raid and be like, oh. No, they haven't said anything. Who is live at the moment? Let's also get this. Let's go play some the Vampire Mix. Who is live that we know? ZZ's still live. We'll go raid them. Yeah, so we do have some raid messages. If you're a follower, you can do this raid message. However, if you're a subscriber, you can do this raid message. So go feel free and try to spam those as you join into ZZ's raid. ZZ's actually done art for me before. They're really talented artists. I love their model. It's very colourful. I don't know if you've seen it, Kiwi, but I think you would love it, their model. I haven't done a stream schedule for this week, but I might be live again on this weekend, potentially. But I haven't actually got the stream schedule planned because obviously I had a lot of stuff going on this week. But I will start doing a stream schedule properly. Until then, I'm going to love you and leave you. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourself. Yeah, until next time, have a good day. And don't forget to spam those raid messages. And I don't have a command for Blue Sky, but if you want to know when I'm live and stuff, here's my Blue Sky. Go follow that if you have Blue Sky. Or you can join the Discord, which 50/50 this command works. It does work. Yeah, then you can hop in and speak with us. But yeah, until next time, bye-bye.